High-quality assessment in retrospect. Purpose. Assessment is conducted to gauge understanding, track progress, and identify areas for improvement. Its objectives include measuring knowledge, skills, and abilities, informing teaching strategies, and guiding future learning goals. The intended outcomes include fostering growth, enhancing learning experiences, and ensuring accountability in education and professional settings. Target. Identifying the target involves pinpointing the specific skills, knowledge, or competencies that students are expected to demonstrate during assessment. These could include academic knowledge in subjects like math or science, critical thinking skills, communication abilities, problem-solving proficiency, or social-emotional competencies such as teamwork or empathy. This target serves as benchmarks for evaluating students' performance and guiding instructional strategies.
Method. It refers to a systematic approach or set of procedures used to assess the excellence or effectiveness. It also includes various techniques and tools to assess student learning, the quality, relevance, accuracy, depth, and insight gained from studying past events, actions, or decisions, and provides valuable insight that can inform future performance, learning, and improvement of the student. Sampling aims to ensure that information or experience in the sample are high quality, relevant, accurate, insightful, and comprehensive, enabling meaningful and analysis evaluation. This approach helps to make informed decisions, identify trends, sample of student work or performance, to draw valid and reliable conclusions about overall achievements. Accuracy. It involves ensuring that the data, information, interpretation, and conclusions of the assessment are factually correct and consistent with the reality of the situation. It also provides reliable insight, identify roots, causes, and information, future actions or decisions based on the true and accurate information.
Authentic assessment. Authentic assessment is an effective measure of intellectual achievement or ability because it requires students to demonstrate their deep understanding, higher order thinking, and complex problem solving through the performance of exemplary tasks. Nature is a method that aims to measure how well students can apply their knowledge in real-world scenarios. Characteristics. Essential criteria involve criteria that assess essential skills and knowledge. Standards-based grading are evaluated in reference to legitimate performance standards. Transparent expectation. How transparent demystified expectations, students understand what is expected of them and how they will be assessed. Self-assessment. Incorporate self-assessment as the part of the evaluation process. Students reflect on their own performance and learning. Real-world context often focus on messy, complex real-world situation and may involve a real-world audience of stakeholders. Judgment and innovation. Assessment requires students to apply judgment and innovation. They go beyond rote memorization and encourage creative problem solving. Application of knowledge and skills. Assessment emphasizes the application of knowledge and skill in new and meaningful ways. Related terms. Verisimilitude. These terms refers to the closeness to reality or authenticity. In authentic assessment, tasks aim to replicate real-world challenges, ensuring verisimilitude. Standardized tests. While authentic assessment emphasizes real-world tasks, standardized tests follow a more uniform format. Student voice. Authentic assessment encourages students to express their perspective, insight, and creativity. Rubric. A rubric provides clear criteria for evaluating student performance in authentic tasks.
Why use authentic assessment? Authentic assessment enhances graduate employability by developing student work readiness capabilities. Use of authentic assessment is principle. First bullet, situated. Second, aligned. Third, deep learning. Fourth, multiple learning domains. Fifth, practical, meaningful, and rigorous and reliable. The way use authentic assessment is traditional versus authentic assessment. Traditional or AT is first selecting a response, second contribute, third recall or recognition. In the authentic assessment, AA, first bullet performing a task, second real life and construction or application. The goal of authentic assessments is to evaluate a student's ability to demonstrate understanding of core learning objectives in a real-world context. Unlike traditional assessment, authentic assessment does not seek to measure rote learning and then requires students to recall and restate the information.
Hello and welcome to Teachings in Education, Authentic Assessments. So, why should educators use authentic assessments? Essays and class tests don't really relate to the real world. An actual driving test, which is an authentic assessment, is the best way to determine if you're going to be a good driver. Simply passing a written test isn't enough to determine driving ability. Now, how do we incorporate authentic assessments into the classroom? Art class, for example, is based on painting and projects. Art students should be assessed by their artistic talents. The curriculum of many STEM courses today are tailored for authentic assessments. So then, try your best to relate these authentic assessments to real life for students. Give students the opportunity for more lab experiments. Next, higher order thinking skills. Now, writing a column for a school paper requires students to evaluate and dissect information. Authentic assessments such as these challenge students to create and solve problems. So, having students create an anti-bullying commercial would require skills simply beyond recall. You may allow your students' imagination to create their own assessments. Next, they must apply learned knowledge. Overall, we want our students to have successful careers, and all students must one day apply what they learned in school to the work setting. Doctors not only learn anatomy, but they must apply that knowledge to their patients. Real life does not occur in multiple choice questions. Real life does not occur in essays. Lastly, rubrics. Rubrics are mostly tied to authentic assessments. Rubric design may vary, whether it be holistic or objective. Authentic assessments are very subjective in nature, so rubrics are needed to set criteria and to set goals for these authentic assessments.
Framework for authentic assessment. Step 1. Purposeful planning. Start by precisely outlining the learning goals, competencies you aim for students during the assessment, taking these abilities relate to practical real-life scenarios. Step 2. Task selection. Choose tasks that reflect genuine real-world situations pertinent to the subject matter, ensuring them to apply their knowledge and skills meaningfully. Step 3. Criteria development. Create assessment standards that match the learning goals considering criteria mastery, skill utilization, innovation, and effective communication. Step 4. Student engagement. Involve students through providing choices in selecting assessment tasks, motivating them to explore their interests and passions within the framework. Step 5. Authentic audience. Design assessment that enables students to showcase their work to a genuine audience, potentially involving peers, professionals, or community members. Step 6. Reflection and revision. Integrate chances for students to review their learning journey and enhance their work through feedback, fostering self-evaluation and goal setting for ongoing advancement. Step 7. Feedback and assessment. Offer prompt and beneficial feedback throughout the assessment journey, utilizing peer, self, and instructor feedback to facilitate student development and progress. Step 8. Assessment integration. Blend assessment seamlessly into learning using formative assessment for instructions and summative assessment for evaluation. Step 9. Technology integration. Utilize technology to augment assessment authenticity, like employing multimedia platforms for student presentations or digital tools for collaboration and feedback. Step 10. Evaluation and reflection. Assess the assessment effectiveness in meeting goals and promoting students' growth, adjusting as needed for improvement. By adhering to this framework, teachers can develop genuine assessment that enhance meaningful learning, engage students, and foster skill growth.
Proposal plan, making fashion accessories design, authentic assessment. Number 1. Purposeful planning. The learning objective is for students to demonstrate their understanding of design principles, craftsmanship, and marketability in creating a line of fashion accessories. Number 2. Task selection. Students are tasked with designing and creating a line of fashion accessories such as handbags, jewelry, or hats that target a specific niche market such as eco-conscious consumers, festival goers, or professional women. Number 3. Criteria development. Assessment criteria include creativity and originality of designs, functionality and wearability of accessories, attention to detail in craftsmanship, alignment with the target market's preferences, and presentation quality. Number 4. Student engagement. Students have the autonomy to research market trends, materials, and techniques to inform their design decision. They are encouraged to explore different styles, materials, and production methods to differentiate their accessories in the market. Number 5. Authentic audience. Students have the chance to sell their creations to classmates, professors, and community members at a student-run pop-up store or online marketplace which features the final presentations of the fashion accessories line. Number 6. Reflection and revision. Students participate in reflection exercises to assess their development and improve their designs during the design and manufacturing phases. They consider the useful, attractiveness, and commercial viability of their accessories and alter them in response to input. Number 7. Input and assessment. During critique sessions, students receive input not only from teachers and classmates, but also from clients who buy their accessories. The innovation, craftsmanship, market alignment, and presentation of the accessory lines are assessed using assessment rubrics. Number 8. Integration of assessments. To track students' progress and offer assistance, formative assessments to involve design sketches, material swatches, and prototype creation. The final fashion accessory line presentation and sale results make up summative evaluation. Number 9. Technology integration. Students develop professional-looking sketches and digital renderings of their fashion accessories using digital design software. Online platforms may also be utilized them for sales tracking, product advertising, and market research. The evaluation and reflection. Following an online marketplace event or pop-up shop, students evaluate their learning experience by talking about the challenges and accomplishments of their accessory line as well as the insights they learn from the client feedback. Instructors assess how well the assessment meets learning objectives and gets students ready for jobs in entrepreneurship and fashion accessory design.